All right, guys, we're back. We had a great discussion last time. It was nice to see that Cyberpunk, got their mojo back. But not everything in the gaming industry is going as planned. And unfortunately, there are a lot of people in the crossfire when these things happen. So we'll get into that. And if you guys enjoy the content, leave a like below, subscribe. Brendan on one mic, Show on the other. Let's get into it. The GTA 6 leak. Wow. Turns out it was done by a 17-year-old in his pajamas in the UK.
I know.
What am I doing with my life right now? What are you guys doing with your lives right now?
It's so funny to me how like we've been seeing for years like YouTubers and stuff with like clickbait titles saying GTA 6 like leak confirmed whatever for like years. There's all these clickbait titles of like GTA 6 leaks, and now like the day has come where there legitimately is a leak. You know
I
what I mean?
literally did not believe when I saw the leak.
I know a lot of people didn't. A lot of
It
people.
was like something like 90 videos, gameplay, character. It was the source code too.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a killer for developers, and it's been a very sad week for Rockstar. I hate when leaks happen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm kind of. It really depends. Like for a leak like this, like to me, like I feel like I'm kind of indifferent to it because it really doesn't like. It doesn't like. Yeah, it just shows us proof that it's like this far in development to me. Like you know what I mean? Like it's just like there's no like.
I didn't want to see the game this way.
I mean, yeah,
I didn't want to see the game this way, man.
Yeah, no, I get that, but I'm just saying it doesn't like do it doesn't like I'm not yeah exactly. I guess what I'm saying is I wasn't like excited to see it. That's what I'm saying. Like I wasn't like I wasn't like, oh my god, this is so cool. I'm kind of like, all right, like whatever, because I know it's not finished. I know it's not how it's gonna look. You know what I mean? Like I just.
I mean, if you look at what Red Dead Redemption 2 was able to do, the graphics and everything, when I thought of GTA 6, my imagination ran wild.
Well, it's an early build. It's an early build. Yeah, no, I mean it's the finished product's gonna blow Red Dead out of the water. I'm sure. Like,
yeah, that's what I hope. But a lot of people don't.
No, there's no way. Well, that's what I'm saying. The sentiment that people like doubting it because of this, like that's where that's the stupid mentality to have, because like this is an early build. It's not even like a final build. You know what I mean? It's just so they can like run through mechanics and like early coding stuff. This is like not at all resembling of like anything.
I agree with you. We do have to completely forget about these leaks, because in our mind we think that the game is going to look completely different when it finally gets officially shown off. I don't necessarily think so. It's going to look better, but I want to see the story. I have not read anything about the story leaks, if there were any. I haven't read anything about the characters. The only leak I saw was the driving. I saw a car driving, and there was a pathway in front of it guiding you on where you need to go. And, that was it. It was like a 15-second clip I watched. For everyone else, it seems like they got everything leaked to them. This is like 90 videos, some source code that had, story elements, how many characters, all that stuff.
I've heard some talk about people saying that the story is influenced on Bonnie and Clyde somehow, but like I don't really like know if that wasn't a part of like the leaks that came out. You know what I mean?
It's set in Vice City, right? It's a modern version of Vice City.
Oh, we're back to Vice City now.
Yeah, how awesome is that gonna be? Like, will there be multiple cities? Will you be able to travel to other places? Are we gonna have a crew type of thing where you can travel across a game version of the United States, but be it Rockstar's world, right? Who knows what the actual rest of the game will entail? When GTA 5 came out and they showed you switching between 3 characters, well, what game had done that before, right? At least as seamless as they did it on Xbox 360. Like that game switched between characters like that, moving the map and all that on 360. That's crazy to think about. So it's cool to know that we don't know what they have up their sleeve in terms of creativity, but we know what the game looks like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's where people got to put their money on, and hoping that the game still comes out good. But this isn't just about GTA's leak and Take-Two Interactive with Rockstar. There's a leak problem in this industry as a whole. I mean, Last of Us Part 2 came out, they leaked that. What do you think about the leaks in the gaming industry as a whole? Is it a problem that we'll get to solve at some point, or are we just going to have to live with this?
I believe we're going to have to live with it the same way the music industry has to live with it, because no matter what you do, someone's going to leak it. If they can, they're going to do it. However, I do think it's a big issue when it comes to multiplayer games specifically, because multiplayer games like Fortnite, like Warzone, Apex, that they rely on the battle pass to make majority of their money, it takes the hype out when you start leaking the next season. Apex Legends has a big problem with leaks. We're not even halfway, seriously, we're not even halfway through season 14. We already know what's coming season 15.
Yep. people like live for this shit. I
Yes,
don't
bro.
understand why they
Do
do
people
it.
really care about Apex that much anymore?
Yeah, Apex is
Yes,
huge.
bro.
Apex has a
Yes.
humongous community.
I'm one of them. I'm in the community. Like,
Yeah.
so Apex is it's up there, bro. Like ALGS is amazing. Like like they have arguably Apex has the best ranked system for a battle royale right now currently. But their problem is so bad that last season, season 13 of Apex, I believe they leaked 7 new legends that are supposed to be coming in the following seasons. One got scrapped, so 6 legends are already in the data that people know about, and they're
That's
not even
just
completely
crazy.
done. Yeah, they're not
Come
even
on,
done
we're
yet.
talking about a game that came. How many heroes currently in the game?
About 26, 27 or so
Yeah.
around there.
So basically, they're adding about 30% more heroes, and they leaked it a year ahead of time.
Yes,
Almost.
bro, it was so bad. Like before Newcastle came into the game, we already knew his passive, tactical, and ult. We knew Vantage, passive, tactical, and ult, and we knew Cataclysm, her kit also. So we knew 3 new legends before the original one that was supposed to drop for that season. We already knew about 3 of them. Then they leaked the last 4 that were in the data, but they had no body models or any kit to go with them. They just had their names and their lore.
It's a little bit tough for the developers when it comes to the multiplayer games, but because they're always working on the next thing, I guess it really doesn't impact them as much as it impacts the players. Like you said, bro, to take the hype out of a game, that's things that are being added a year ahead of time. You know what it would be like if Destiny came out and everything they had coming out was leaked?
I
You
got a
know,
side
like
note too, bro. They leaked also like 2 seasons ago the new map of Apex, and that map is coming next season. We already knew about this map for like 2 or 3 seasons already, and it's finally coming.
sucks.
Bro, you can't
That
get hype. Yeah,
sucks.
it's for multiplayer games like that rely on battle passes and rely on like the loot system,
Microtransactions.
microtransactions. Basically, the games that rely on that, it sucks out the fun once all the leaks are
Yeah.
happening.
That's why so many games like are getting a lot of flack nowadays. Like look what happened with Battlefront 2. I remember when EA released like Battlefront 2, all the microtransactions, loot boxes, and all that stuff had like everyone like give the game up like day one.
Yeah. How much of this do we put on Rockstar in general, as just themselves, in terms of the communication that they have with their fans and not showing us anything, forcing someone or maybe making someone who's really upset leak
Well, I
the
think
entire source code?
I think for Rockstar it's a particular like nuanced situation to be in because like the games they make are of such a high caliber and like such a wide fan base. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That and they're so notorious, I guess, for being on the down low, and they're so notorious for taking a while to develop things and make things. That it seems like a perfect storm for like for a leaker to try to go after. Especially because like I said before, how like there's like kind of like the meme of like, oh, GTA 6 leaks, whatever. You know what I mean? Like confirmed. Like there's like the stereotype of like all the clickbait for years
Yeah.
around that. So it definitely seems like but also like people got to understand that Take-Two Interactive, the people behind Rockstar is known to be a severely litigious company. They're known to like not wither in the face of these types of situations and like bring the hammer down full force on
Yeah.
people who do shit like this. And as we saw, the 17-year-old guy was arrested. He was arrested by London City Police, apparently somewhere in Oxfordshire in England, on Thursday evening. So.
Of course.
They got him.
The name of where he lives should have Oxford in it.
Yeah, they're gonna throw the book at him. Clearly, you know what I mean. Clearly, they're gonna throw the book at him. So
They're going to throw the whole library at that kid, man.
Exactly.
I mean,
And
I
I
hope
think-
he's got good lawyers.
if I remember correctly, like at least Rockstar or Take-Two has like a main office in Glasgow, Scotland, and like which is like within the UK. So like if they have some power, some like influence,
So-
they can really bring the hammer down.
The reason why I bring it up though is because I've obviously have seen the leaks, videos reacting to the leaks,
Yeah.
and you go to the comments and you try to gauge where the public is at, right, on the situation, and you would think that it would be universally, oh my God, this is so horrible for the developers. They spent all this time. This was their baby for all these years, and now it's ruined. They probably don't even have any reason to work anymore, right? You'd think it'd just be that, right? Everyone just voicing that. It's not the case. A lot of people are saying that they had this coming. The fact that they don't communicate, the fact that they alienated their Red Dead community, and the fact that they continue to milk GTA 5 as much as possible, even a decade after release. put themselves in a position for a leak like this to happen because there are a lot of disgruntled people out there. When you have a lot of disgruntled people, one of them's bound to be a genius sitting in his apartment and, you know, probably like up the block from you and decides to leak all of your stuff, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people are saying that they deserve this for the way that they treat their fans and the way that they're always so tight-lipped, how we've been asking for something, anything for years now on a possible GTA 6. All we got was a tweet saying it's in development. There's a lot of that going around. So what do you guys feel about that side of the argument?
I mean, I think
that maybe they had it coming.
That's a stupid, selfish perspective to have. Like, who are we to think we deserve anything like this? You know what I mean? Like, we're lucky that they decided to, like, you know, present us with these games. So, like, who are we to demand such, you know, like, where
so
do you
self-entitled in a way to think that we
exactly.
deserve communication from this company that has not led us astray on any releases at all.
Like, you know what I mean? If anything, we all should know that it's just whatever it is, it's going to be worth the wait.
Right.
Yeah. At least when it comes to the campaign, right? GTA luckily has thrived on the online space, but when it comes to Red Dead Redemption 2, it really is kind of criminal what they've done to that community because that community was very alive and there's so much potential, right? They released all those DLCs, the Naturalist, the Bounty Hunter, right? Where you get to pick your careers. You can run businesses in that game, and then come back and they give you money. Like there's so much depth to the online that they did not touch at all. And then once they were done, they literally just abandoned them and continued to make DLC for a game that came out 10 years ago. So yeah, that's going to alienate a lot of people. That's going to make a lot of people mad. And then on top of that, you're tight-lipped about everything. And who knows when we'll get official word of this game. It could be 2024 before we get even a gameplay trailer, right? Or anything.
Yeah.
It is nice to see that it's this far in development. It is nice to know that, you know, they're not just announcing it and that they're just drawing up concepts right now. They're deep into this. They probably have the story written. They probably have, you know, a lot of the core elements of the gameplay done. They're just working on, you know, putting it onto a computer so they can run it and things like that. So, you know, you take it with a grain of salt and you move slowly and try not to look at the leaks if you haven't already. Try to keep yourself surprised because I do agree with Brendan that finished product is going to look different. It won't look drastically different, but it will look a lot better. We're not here for that, though. We're here for the story. We're here for the gameplay. And hopefully, you know, Take-Two isn't too discouraged from this and to continue to work. I know if I was a developer on that, putting Restless Nights into it, I would be destroyed.
Yeah, definitely demoralized.
Emotionally, morally, just have no purpose to continue to develop a game that everyone already knows about when the whole premise of it was to keep it secret. You know? Show it when it's ready.
Right.
Unfortunately, that's not the case here. And that kid's probably gonna get wiped off the planet. He's probably gonna disappear somewhere. But we'll leave it at that. If you guys have any idea of like, you know, and what you guys think the game might be like, if you guys want to put any of those suggestions down in the comments below, any questions, or what do you guys think about, you know, how Take-Two has sort of come out and continued this practice of just being quiet all the time and it's blown up in their face? Or do you feel like this guy's just a piece of crap and he should disappear and you hate this for developers? Let us know below. This is Brendan on one mic. I got Show on the other. My name's Chris. This is Filmic Gaming, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.